believe this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you on a bright and sunny Saturday morning, right? 8:06 it is here, right now, 8:06. I've got a guest on the other side of the world, it's a different time zone. And she's a very, very, very awesome woman. And she's about to write the next chapter of your life. And how you do that, you reach out and you have a virtual, it costs you nothing. All you freebie seekers out there, it costs you nothing to have a 5 or 10 minute chat with her to see what she can do for you. And if she can't do it, I guarantee you, she doesn't know how to do it, and she does, she'll find someone who can help you. So there's the invitation, guys. Reach out to this lady. Her name is Jennifer, who goes by the name of Jena Taylor. Simple name. She's a very simple lady, but she's got a message, right? She's resilience, strategist, speaker, and coach of all things. Company name, the Word Tailor, which I absolutely love. I think she knows her stuff. She's really good. We've had a chat off air for a little while. Consulting, years in the industry. Can you believe this? I think she lies to us. 30, it looks about 30. But there you are, 30 years, so you never know. Jena Taylor, founder of Resilience Brilliance, try saying that fast, programs and podcasts, knows what it means to rebuild after adversity, and we all do, and rise anyway. That's the only choice you've got, guys. It's either stay where you are or rise up. Shaped by lived in experience and more than 30 years of leadership, Jena's work blends neuroscience with real-world resilience tools, with heart, humour, and hard-earned wisdom. I keep thinking about that, guys. I'm 77. You know, wisdom, you can't get it from a book. It just comes out of the blue and pops into your head, and you go, oh, I wish I knew that 10 years ago. And you did, but you weren't ready for it. It's that simple, right? So that's wisdom. She guides women and leaders through burnout, loss, and transition, helping them rise stronger and more grounded than ever before. I tell people all the time, move, you're not a tree, right? Key achievements, saved a client's marriage. I'll put it on you in 30 years, she's probably saved hundreds of marriages, doesn't realise it, right? So saved a client's marriage, helped the client move from deep depression to finding joy and purpose in life, reclaiming her life. Right, she's very humble, this woman. She's done more than that. Provide the tools to bring a client out of, never heard of this word.
Existential depression.
There you go. She said it so well, right? I can't pronounce that word. Where she was for more than a decade, he was for more than a decade, and created a new zest for life. Right? If you're not living life, guys, there's something wrong with this. It's your fault. I'll tell you a secret. General tell you this. No one is coming to save you. No one. So save yourself, guys. Save yourself. Do something. Get off your ass and do something. Jena's mission is simple. Be real. Be resilient. Reclaim your life. All right. So there it all is. My great pleasure to welcome to the stage. It's a very interesting lady. Her name is Jena. How are you, Jena?
I am fantastic. Thanks for having me.
No, it's my pleasure. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you all those years ago to start your current career path. What happened?
Well, I moved from the downtown Denver area to the mountains and I bottomed out instantly. I wasn't fulfilled and I kind of lost my identity. And so I started my business back in 2001. So, yes, I'm like, what is that, 26 or 25 years I've done my own business. But I started my career back in 1991. So I've been doing this a long time. And sometimes it takes becoming a new version of yourself to do what you need to do. And just because you do it once doesn't mean you're going to be that forever. I am where I am today because I've had a lot of different traumatic events in my life and steered me down the path that I'm on right now.
Love it. Tell me, during that journey, what's been the most challenging aspect of your work and how do you overcome that?
So I'm a multiple brain injury survivor and
Wow.
I have a band. Yeah, I have a bandwidth problem. So as a solopreneur, I can only do so much. I mean, everybody can only do so much in a day. But when you have a limited bandwidth issue, you really have to prioritize and pick which activities are going to be the most rewarding, not just on a financial level, but emotional, spiritual, physical level as well, so that you're well rounded and so that you can show up. And for me, show up and be the best I can be, the best version I can be to help my clients.
Turn up, guys. Never, never give up. I tell people, if I'm in a fight and the guy knocks me down, I'll bite him on the ankle. Right, I'll surprise him. Right. So there you go, guys. Never, never give up. Right. There's always an alternative. I used to always say too, Jenna, when you've got a problem, write it down. There's a problem. I guarantee you guys there are 10 solutions. Write them all down and then pick number one, the one you think's the best. If it doesn't work, move on to number two. But there is a solution, always. And the last solution is reach out for some professional help. You know, don't be shy. Reach out to people like myself, Jenna, people around the world who want to help you. You just got to ask, right?
That's right.
Tell us an important moment in your career where you pivoted. What happened?
Yeah, it was 2017, January 5th, 2017. And that's when that's the day that changed my life forever moving forward. That was the day that I had my big brain injury and I had to spend a whole year in physical recovery. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I had zero short-term memory. I didn't have any family support. My friends stepped up and became my tribe, helped me. I couldn't drive. I couldn't even hard boil an egg because I forgot that I had put the eggs in the pan and I left the room and I came back because I smelled smoke. And I'm like, well, who the hell did that? And I looked around. I'm like, you're the only one here. It must have been you. So I had to put a post-it note on the stove, do not cook. So that was a big turning point for me because prior to my brain injury, I was starting to burn out in my business. I had a marketing company and the traumatic brain injury happened and I went back to my marketing business because I got well enough and it's what I knew because I had to learn everything all over again. So I wanted to at least do what I knew before. And then that soul starts talking and I resisted. And finally I was like, all right, I'm listening. And so I shifted from a marketing strategist to a resilience strategist because I was using resilience to live my life. And people kept coming up to me and telling me, you really need to do this for other people. You need to develop a program for other people because there's a big need in the world. And so I did.
You're the real deal, my friend. And that's an awesome story. That's a bloody awesome story. And with this 15 minutes of fame, guys, I've done over 500 of these. I don't know anyone I've ever met in my life, and I've met plenty, who's gone in a straight line. There's always challenges. The line's always moving. I don't care whether you're born a multimillionaire or a pauper. The line is always moving, right, accordingly.
That's
right?
so true.
And it's up to you to get the map out and go down that track and know where to go. Tell me, in your opinion, what are the key qualities and skills that have contributed to your amazing success?
Resilience. I mean,
I love that.
if you aren't resilient, you're stuck, right? You're stuck in that spot. And I don't like being stuck and I don't like being in a place of misery or darkness. I lost my longtime partner to an addiction and suicide. So I mean, I've had a lot of losses in my life and I continue to use resilience to move forward from the time of that event to my full recovery. And I do that by using one of the things is practicing small steps. Like just take small steps every day. You can't take this huge, massive goal and expect when you're in a hole to climb out of the hole and climb a mountain. You can't do it all in one fell swoop. So you just got to take that first step and you got to do one thing and you start right where you are. And then over time, you've achieved climbing the mountain. When you look back at it, you're like, how the hell did I do that? But it's these small steps. So that's consistently taking those small steps has been really helpful for me.
Two things about that. One, I used to joke to myself privately. I'd say, "Oh, I wish I had a button on my wrist." I'd say, "I want to check out. I'm going to press a button on my wrist, and then you leave. That's it. It's all over. You know, like a battery. Take the battery out, right? So I press the button, and away you go." And guys, any of you out there feeling depressed or down or suicidal, whatever, and we all get there at some stage in our life. Trust me, right? Reach out to someone like Jenna or myself. We're there. We're a sounding board. We're there to tell you that life can be good. It can be great,
That's
not
right.
just good. It can be bloody great, right? So there's the offer for you guys. You're not alone in this world. Trust me, you're not alone, right? Tell me, you're amazing. How do you stay motivated? Oh, by the way, before we move on about your qualities, this lady, I spoke her ear off for about half hour before the podcast. She's an awesome listener, right? So she's got empathy. And the other thing she's got, guys, in spades is integrity. And they're the two things you need in your business. Integrity, you can't earn it. It's just there naturally. Integrity and the fact that she's got the empathy. So, guys, reach out to this lady. She will listen to you, right? Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field like you've been doing?
I've always, from a technical aspect, I've always been a little. It took me a long time to realize I was a nerd, and then when I acknowledged it, my daughter was like, "Oh, I don't. How many years did that take you, Mom?" So yeah, so I think that for me, I just kept getting more involved in the evolving technologies and embracing them. So from in that perspective, that's what I would do. But also from the whole person, I am a Stephen Covey subscriber, so it's very important to sharpen the saw. And if you aren't familiar with Stephen Covey's system, sharpen the saw, you have to take care of yourself. You have to have a spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, all of those pillars. We need to take care of ourselves. And I schedule these things into my schedule. People are like, oh, you're so busy. Well, no, I'm well scheduled and I'm taking care of me. So I like today, I played 2 hours of tennis this morning with a bunch of, yeah, with a bunch of women. So, and then like someday I'll go golf and I'll play 18 holes with my league. I take care of myself so that I can show up for other people.
Funny thing you say that, it's what this wisdom earlier. I'm thinking very seriously, even though I'm having a wonderful time. I work 16 hours a day, guys, so I don't have to work 8 hours for someone else. But it's passion. I've got a passion. It's not work, it's a passion. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking seriously, I've got a team of 36 here. I'm thinking seriously about introducing the 4-day work week to our whole team. So they've got 3 days of fun. Because you're not here to just
Yeah.
work all your life, right? So we're thinking very seriously. We look at it next month. We're going to have a trial run for a month. We're going to do the 4-day work week, right? And go
Awesome.
try it out, guys. Because the work will still be there tomorrow. Trust me, right? They won't run away, right? But just tell them, we don't work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or we don't work Saturday, Sunday. Monday's a good day to take off, actually, because people are, heading towards the weekend. But Monday, everyone's getting themselves organised. They don't want to talk to you anyway, right? So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool, right?
Well, and I think too, Jeff, that I forgot what I was going to say, so never mind.
It's about the 4-day work week.
Huh. If I
Just
think of it, I'll let you know.
write yourself a note. No, I'm kidding. Give me a headache. You're a funny lady. I love you. Tell me, tell us about of your many, and you're so humble, but tell us of many of one of your recent projects or achievement that you're particularly proud of.
Yes, I have a great story. It's about the one of the women who's been in my program and she was self-isolating and very angry and resentful and watching her husband go out and have fun and golf and it made her feel worse. And within days of starting working with me and going through my 7-day program, she felt joy and she felt like it saved her marriage. She got out of this deep depression and she started feeling like she was belonging in the world again. And I think that for me that's really rewarding.
Absolutely. We change lives. It's so much fun, isn't it? It's just
It
so much
is.
fun. But they've got to get out of their own way. That's the whole point. You got to trust. One of a better word, a bit like a doctor. You got to trust the doctor, right? And you got to listen. And you got to take action. If we tell you to do something, you got to try it. I can't lose weight. No, you can't lose 20 kilos overnight because it took you bloody 10 years to put it on. But you can lose a kilo a week if you want to. Change your diet. I've got no time to walk. Yes, you have. Set your alarm 15 minutes earlier and get up and go for a walk for 15 minutes. Go for a walk after you finish work for the day. Whatever. You got time. All about priorities. And Gemma's, she's working. I'm not going to say words out. She's work in progress. She's the real deal. She's done it. She's organised her life, right? And I'm sure every now and again the curveball comes along, but she quickly gets back on track because she's got what McDonald's have got, a system. You got to have a system, guide. You got to follow the system. But invent the system that suits you. That's why Jena will help you do exactly that. Tell me, a 20-year-old comes to you, a daughter, a niece, a nephew. They just left uni, and they say, "Oh, what am I going to do with myself?" What would your advice be?
What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, the other thing is one of the things I like to do is I tell my clients and my people to put their hand over their heart. And sometimes if you put your other hand on top of it, you close your eyes and you just breathe. You listen to your soul. The soul will tell you what it needs.
Other one,
So a
guys.
lot of times we get too much caught up in our heads. And we do what the programs were taught when we're a child, what other people around us influence us to be, our friends, our peer groups. This person's doing this, or I want to do this career because it's one of the fastest growing careers, or I want to do this because it's going to guarantee me a certain lifestyle or revenue, etc. But really listen to what is it that makes you happy, because like we were just discussing, we have to be passionate about what we do. Yes, I work, but I love what I do. And so I don't consider it work.
Work and who you work for. And it's got, guys, I used to chase money. Now I realize that money's a tool. It buys you freedom, guys, freedom, right? Freedom's the
Right.
ultimate to do what you want when you want. It's fantastic. When you got,
Well, and you think about how many hours a day people put in their job. Why would you do that if you're not happy? So for that person who's just come out of school, they need to be looking at what's going to make them happy. And everything's a building block.
if you're in an unhappy relationship, move. You're not a tree. You're not a tree. My wonderful ex-wife, 16 years ago, she's a wonderful woman, but she's still my best friend today. Right, one day we're having dinner. She said to me, "Why don't you just get out?" And I had a steak up near my mouth. I dropped the fork, went to the door, and she said, "Where are you going?" And I said,
Out.
and I never returned. Right, there you go, guys, because she said the magic words. That was in her heart. Get out. So I got out, right? And never been happier. I got a new relationship, moved on. Next woman was even better in other ways. But I've never forgot, because I did marry my soulmate. She's a wonderful woman, right? And always,
Congrats.
and they're shocked. They go, "You talk to your ex-wife?" My friend, not only do I talk to her, she handles all my finances to this day. I'm not in Australia, I'm in Asia, but all my money's back in Australia. So there it is, guys. If you've been friends and lovers and had children together, why the hell do you hate each other? There's something dramatically wrong there, both sides, right? There you go.
My ex-husband, when we got divorced, our therapist asked us to come up with a name to call each other because I think that
That one.
X X is negative connotations. So I came up with it, and I came up with best divorced husband, best divorced wife, and
Right.
then so I shortened it. He's my BDH, my best divorced husband.
With one of my girls, I'm 77, guys, so I've had a few relationships over my lifetime, and one of my ladies wanted to take me to court and all this shit. So I thought, well, okay, I want to save my money. So what I'll do, I'll agree. I put the idea in her head. Let's go. We weren't married. We were living together for about 9 years. Let's go to a marriage counsellor. So off we go. We're going to see a woman, and I'm negative in that. I'm thinking, oh shit, there we go. I got two women against me when they go with it. So I go along. Not reluctantly, but I wanted to learn. So I go along, and the lady's name was Marilyn. And the counsellor asked her, "Marilyn, tell me your story." And she goes, "Oh, Jeff does this, and Jeff does that, and Jeff. And it went for an hour, right? Jeff. It's all about all the shit that Jeff does. And it was and I'm going, oh yeah, I'm rolling my eyes. And it was my turn. And honest to God, guys, I had tears running down my cheeks. But the woman said to me, "And what about you, Jeff? What do you want?" And I had tears running down my cheeks, and I said, "I want to be happy." That was it. Bottom line. That's all I said. I want to be. And that's real. That's how I felt from my
Hmm.
heart. I wanted to be happy. So
Yeah.
I wanted her to be happy. I wanted to be happy. If you're not happy, well, make yourself happy. That's a fun story about that, guys. And it was pretty interesting. This came right from the heart with the tears right down my face. It was pretty cool, right? Tell me, you're only at base camp. You're only a young lady. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future?
Repeat the question.
I will, and I'm mumbling at this stage. It's late at night or early in the morning now for me. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future?
Yes. So back in 2018, 18, I started my book called Reclaim My Life. And through a lot of traumatic events, I just had to put it away. And this year, I'm going to finish it and get it out there.
Fantastic, my friend. That's a great goal, right? Get it out there. The world needs to know this shit. Get it out there, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's an awesome read. Anything like you and I discussed earlier. Now we come to the part with this wonderful podcast. How can people who are watching or listening reach out and find out more about you and your amazing services? What's the best way to reach you?
You can go to my website. It's resilience.brilliance.co.
I love that. Yep.
And I have free tips over there, and you can book attend one of my free live trainings on resilience.
Nice.
And then everything about me, my story, and what I provide for people, my products, and also some links to my podcast, Resilience Brilliance.
An easier way for you guys. I'm going to tell you about it right now. As you can see, this is like talking to a friend. So come and get your 15 minutes of fame, guys. It's all about talking to a friend. What we're going to do, we've interviewed Jena, and what we're going to do now, we're going to turn the whole thing into a mini movie all about her and her journey, right? We'll do the same for you, and I want you to think about this. A TV commercial sets you back about $20,000. And guess what? You're watching a Netflix movie, the commercial comes on, people are not riveted by your story. They jump up and grab a beer, a hot dog, or they go to the toilet. They miss the whole darn thing. You just wasted $20,000. Get 10 radio spots. Yes, they'll play them like they promised you, but they'll play them at 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning when people are asleep. Come on, 15 minutes of fame. We'll make it into a little mini movie about you, and we'll give that to you so you can promote the hell out of yourself. If you don't promote yourself, no one else will. But what we'll do, we'll put it on Quora, Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook group, YouTube, and our school channel with all your social media links, putting you in front of hundreds of prospects. But what a unique opportunity, guys. So there's the offer. Reach out and come on 15 minutes of fame. We're about to wrap this up, Jena. I can talk underwater, as you can tell. Let's find out a bit more about you. What's a fun fact about you that most people do not know?
13 months after my traumatic brain injury in 2017, I completed Beaver Creek's Talents Challenge, which is a ski event when you have to ski 11 of the 14 toughest runs. They're single black and double black diamond runs at Beaver Creek in a time. It was a timed event, and I was training for it the winter I had my accident, and I completed it the following year.
That's correct. No wonder you look so bloody good. You're into bloody golf, you're into tennis, you're into ski. You know, you live life, my friend. You live life. I'm jealous. You live life.
I play.
Yeah. That's the one, guys. Don't forget to play, guys. Don't forget to play. And guys, I'm asked to do speeches all over the world. And you know how I start? Most people go, oh, hi, I'm Jeff Veale, the business guru. No. I start off with, and I watch people actually lean in. And you can steal this, guys. I start off with, once upon a time, and people wake up like their childhood. They go, what? Once upon a time? And you see them, what's next? You know, it's fantastic. It's a great opening line. Once upon a time. So there's Jena. Once upon a time, you're going to become even more famous than what you already are. And guys, there's the invitation. Please read. Most of you need this. Most of you are not having fun. You know, you're kidding yourselves. Reach out to Jena, have a chat. Costs you nothing for the first 10 or 15 minutes to have a chat to her. Find out whether she suits you, and she will. She resonates with. She's easy to talk to. She's a lovely lady, and she knows a lot of shit because she's done it, right? And if you're stuck, guys, let this lady get you unstuck. Jena, we're about to wrap it up. Any last words for our audience, please?
You start where you are, right there, right here, right now, today. You don't have to prepare. You make that decision and you just start. And if you fall down, you start again.
Like a light switch. Just flick the switch, guys. Just flick the switch. Thanks very much, Jena, for being on the show. You've been awesome.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you.